When it comes to coaching, there's this one skill that's kind of the foundation for everything else. It's behind every great question, every aha moment for a client. We're talking about self-management. And look, it's not just about being professional. It's about mastering our own inner world so we can actually create the space for real transformation to happen. So today, we're going to dive into how this one practice can take your coaching to a whole new level.
Okay, let's be real for a second. You're in a coaching session. Your client is opening up, sharing something big. But where's your head at, really? Are you thinking about that project deadline that's breathing down your neck? Are you still stewing over that argument you had this morning? Or hey, maybe you're just so jazzed about an idea you have for them that you're not even listening anymore, just waiting for a pause so you can jump in. That internal chatter? It's always there. And if we're not paying attention, it can totally sink our coaching.
And here's the thing, all that internal stuff, our own triggers, those little judgments that pop up, even our ego and our desperate need to be helpful, it can completely throw a session off track. It subtly starts to pull the focus away from the client and puts it right back on us. It's that voice that makes us want to just give them the answer, to solve their problem for them, which of course robs them of the chance to find their own way. And as coaches, that's the absolute last thing we want to do.
So if that's the constant challenge we're all facing, what's the solution? Well, it all comes down to mastering the art of self-management. And this isn't about turning into some emotionless robot. No way. It's about developing this really disciplined presence so you can show up clean without your own baggage and just serve the person right in front of you.
So what are we actually talking about when we say self-management? It's a skill. It's the active, in-the-moment ability to notice your own internal stuff popping up. That flash of annoyance when a client isn't getting it, or that little ping of judgment about a choice they made, and then consciously choosing not to act on it. It's about observing it, not squashing it down. Think of it like clearing your mental browser cache, so you can be 100% there for them.
This quote right here, this is the mantra. It should be running in the background of every single session you have. My ego, my need to sound smart, that brilliant solution I'm dying to share, none of it belongs here. The second we make the client's journey about our own performance as a coach, we've completely lost the plot. This little phrase is our anchor. It keeps us grounded.
Okay, so we get the what and the why, but that's the easy part, right? Now let's get super practical and talk about the how. We're going to open up the toolkit, and I'm going to walk you through two simple but seriously powerful techniques that you can start using, like today.
First up, let's talk about the 60-second clearing ritual. I want you to think of this like washing your hands before you cook. It's just good hygiene. Before every session, take 1 minute. That's it, just 60 seconds. And ask yourself, what am I bringing with me into this conversation? Whatever it is, just notice it, acknowledge it. And then, this is the key. You literally visualize putting it on a shelf. You're not getting rid of it forever. You're just setting it aside for now. Then, you can turn your full, clean attention to your client.
All right, technique number 2 is for when you're right in the middle of a session and something gets triggered. You feel that impatience bubble up, or that almost uncontrollable urge to jump in with advice. Instead of letting it drive your behavior, you just silently name it. In your head, you go, there's my fix-it impulse, or okay, that's judgment. Just naming it creates this tiny crucial space between the feeling and your action. In that space, you take a breath, you shift back to being curious, and then you ask a question that actually serves the client, not your own knee-jerk reaction.
And this right here, this is the whole ballgame. In those moments, you have a critical choice. You can react from that place of judgment, which always leads to giving advice they didn't ask for, pushing your own agenda, or just plain interrupting them. Or you can use self-management to respond from a place of genuine curiosity. That choice is what separates a decent session from a life-changing one. It's the difference between shutting them down and opening up the space for them to find their own answers.
So, after all this hard internal work, what's the big payoff? What's the reward for mastering these techniques? Well, it all boils down to one incredibly powerful thing: the ability to be unwaveringly present.
At the end of the day, the most valuable thing you bring to a coaching session, the biggest gift you can possibly give another person, is your complete, undivided presence. Self-management isn't about being restrictive or bottling yourself up. It's the opposite. It's about liberation. It's about clearing out your own noise so you can create this amazing, clear, supportive space where your client feels totally safe to do their deepest work. That right there is the magic of coaching.
So as we wrap this up, I've got a challenge for you. Before your very next coaching call, the next one, not next week, I want you to try it.
Take those 60 seconds, ask yourself, what is the one thing I need to consciously put on the shelf right now? Just do it. And I promise, you'll feel the difference it makes in your presence and your power as a coach.